Now, your 41 NBC AccuWeather forecast, presented by Volume Chevrolet.
Welcome back on this Thursday morning, Middle Georgia. We're seeing a lot of that cloud cover beginning to fill in for us now in Dublin. It's been a sunny start, but unfortunately our sunny pattern is coming to a close. 79 degrees right now in Dublin, and it feels like 81 with a 7-mile-per-hour wind out of the northeast. You can see that thick cloud cover starting to develop over South Georgia. We've got a little bit of sun coming through our clouds right now, and I also don't really think, at least not this year, shower activity is probably still a little bit of that phantom radar effect left over from earlier today. But this down here is most certainly rain, and we've got plenty coming as we head later into the afternoon and even more for the weekend. Today's highs are mainly in the mid-80s. The cloud cover, as it thickens, will help to keep things cooler. Once it starts raining, we most certainly are not going to warm up anymore. McRae 86 is going to be our warm spot today. So let's go ahead and walk through the rest of our afternoon. It shouldn't be too much longer before we begin to see some of these pop-up showers. They'll be small at first, and then they'll become thunderstorms later on today. Now, that big mass of rain you started seeing develop down there near Florida, that's not going to really affect us potentially until tomorrow. That will likely make its way in as we begin our Friday early on. Now, I know this is showing it pretty far north, but it can affect any of us, and I anticipate that a large portion of Middle Georgia is going to get at least a fair share of rain tomorrow, somewhere between half an inch and an inch. We got a lot coming through. Scattered storms later in the afternoon after the massive stratiform rain comes through, and then some scattered showers even overnight and into our Saturday. Now, this is going to show you Saturday afternoon, and it does show a few storms. Saturday right now is kind of convoluted. Models are butting heads on what to expect. The European being pretty aggressive, expecting a lot more rain than this. This, though, is pretty on par with what the American model is showing. Just a couple isolated storms, and that's it. So let's check out these forecast rain totals. For today, scattered storms, not a whole lot going to be coming out of that, but let's slap on tomorrow, and you see now many parts of Middle Georgia are over an inch. Anywhere that's in that blue, expecting over an inch. And then we add in Saturday, and this has backed off a bit from what it was earlier, but that's still a decent amount of rain. You look at Mildred, almost 2.5 inches. That's a decent amount of rain over the next 2.5 days. So flash flooding, unfortunately, a bit of a concern. And then you see Sunday maybe even adding a bit more. Sunday still a bit convoluted as well. Here we go for the American model. It is on par with the rain for tomorrow. We're going to be expecting that widespread rainfall. But you can see those numbers not as much. For our Saturday, you see only about 1.25 inches in a place like Dublin, and they climb a little bit more into Monday, but these numbers at this point are half of what the European model is showing. Well, guess what? I'm still expecting a lot of rain this weekend regardless. Coming up in 10 seconds, we're going to have your 7-day forecast.
At Volume Chevrolet, get oil changes for life, plus a 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Visit Volume Chevrolet, I-75 exit 187 in Forsyth. That's VolumeChevrolet.com.
Your 41 NBC AccuWeather 7-day forecast is presented by Volume Chevrolet. I've got us for 60% today with our storms and 80% for tomorrow. Now, tomorrow I mainly have it as that rain, but a couple thunderstorms could be possible in the afternoon and the evening. I'll bump this down to 60% for Saturday. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. Still leaning towards what the Euro is saying, but I don't think we're going to get too much Sunday and Monday. And once this pattern is done, it's going to be cooler out there, it's going to be drier, and it's going to be sunny.